All right, we're about to dive into something that's going to sound like it's straight out of a science fiction movie, but here's the thing. It's not. It's already happening. We're talking about a concept that will completely rewrite our relationship with money, with value, with our very identity. Welcome to the financial singularity. Go ahead, do it right now. Take out your wallet, look at the cash, the credit cards. What do you see? Because what you're really holding are ghosts. You're holding dead technology. These are relics from a financial world that's, well, it's already over. And look, this isn't just about switching from paper to plastic or from plastic to tapping your phone. Oh no, this is way, way bigger than that. We are witnessing the very definition of value changing right under our noses. The tools in your wallet, they were built for a world that is rapidly disappearing, and clinging to them means you're basically sitting on the sidelines for the biggest economic revolution in history. For centuries, our whole financial system has been built on one thing: friction. Every time you buy something, your money has to pass through all these middlemen, these giant financial toll booths, right? Think Visa, Mastercard, the big banks. And every time, they take a little slice. Trillions of dollars just skimmed right off the top. Well, the new system, it's like a bulldozer just plowing right through all those toll booths. We're talking zero friction, totally autonomous, with no one standing in the middle. So what is this financial singularity really? Okay, just picture three massive technologies all crashing into each other at once. First, you've got biometric cryptography. That's what secures you, your identity. Second, you have autonomous machine economies. That's all our devices talking and trading with each other. And third, programmable energy that powers this whole new world. So what happens when these three things meet? The result is that the very act of paying, it just vanishes. It completely disappears. Okay, so how does this revolution actually happen? Well, it seems to be unfolding in phases. And phase one, this is where it gets really personal. This is where the line between you and your money starts to get very, very blurry.
We call phase one identity as payment. And it means exactly what it sounds like. Forget your phone, forget your wallet. In this system, your body, your unique biological data becomes the only credential you'll ever need. You don't have a bank account anymore. You are the bank account. You are the currency.
Let's just play this out for a second. Imagine you walk into a grocery store. The store just knows you're there. You grab whatever you want off the shelves and then you just leave. That's it. You just walk out. No checkout, no tapping a card, no scanning your phone, nothing. The payment just happens instantly, automatically, handled in the background by smart contracts. The friction just drops to zero. And just to be clear, this is not science fiction, and it's so much more advanced than the facial recognition on your phone. We're talking about incredibly sophisticated biometrics, things like the unique rhythm of your heart, your ECG signature, being used as an unforgeable cryptographic key. And the craziest part? All of this is secured on networks that can prove it's you without ever revealing your actual private data. It's just mind-blowing stuff. Okay, so if phase one is all about how we pay, using our identity, then phase two is about what we're paying with. And this is where the nature of money itself gets completely turned on its head. It evolves from this passive thing into an active player in the economy. This is what we call programmable capital. I mean, think about your money right now. It's kind of dumb, right? It just sits in an account waiting for you to tell it what to do. But in phase two, money becomes smart. It becomes autonomous software. An agent that works for you 24/7, negotiating, investing, and transacting, all without you having to do a thing. So we're making the leap from dumb money that you have to constantly manage to autonomous money that's managed by incredibly smart algorithms. Your job actually changes. You're no longer managing your money directly. You're managing the algorithms that manage your money. You set the goals, you set the rules, and you let your own personal financial AI get to work. 70%. I just want you to let that number sink in for a second. 70%. That single number represents a fundamental rewiring of our entire global economy. But 70% of what? 70% of all transactions. By 2030, the huge majority of economic activity won't even involve a human being on one side of the deal. We're talking about the dawn of the machine economy, where our devices, our cars, our homes are constantly talking to each other, exchanging value to make the world around us run more efficiently. So what does that actually look like in real life? Well, it means your self-driving car might autonomously pay a tiny fee to the road for a priority lane to get you to your meeting on time. Or your smart home is constantly negotiating with the power grid, buying energy when it's cheapest. The very infrastructure of our lives becomes this living, breathing financial ecosystem. Which brings us to the final, and honestly, the most profound phase of the financial singularity. If we get rid of physical money, and then we automate digital money, what's the ultimate endpoint? What's the last stop on this train? Because this is where things get really, really interesting. I mean, really think about this question. When the cards are gone, and the phones are gone, and you don't even need to consciously tell an AI what to do, what is the final medium of exchange? What is the most basic, fundamental asset that you, as a person, possess? The answer is the monetization of intent. This is the ultimate breakdown of value. Using brain-computer interfaces, we'll be able to transact using the one thing that is uniquely ours, our attention, our cognitive focus. This is the final frontier of payment. So imagine, instead of paying a subscription fee, gaining access to an exclusive article could cost you 3 seconds of your focused brain activity, verified cryptographically as a theta wave state. Your attention, your actual consciousness, becomes a literal currency. So in this final phase, value gets stripped down to its most raw form. Attention isn't just important, it is the new gold. Your neural data is the new oil. And the terminals we use to access this economy, well, they're not in our pockets anymore. They're interfaces connected directly to our minds. So, after going through all that, from our bodies to our algorithms to our minds, we're left with a conclusion that isn't just an observation. It's a choice, a really critical decision about what our place is going to be in this new world. The warning here is pretty stark. If you're still clinging to cash and credit, you're playing a game that's already been turned off. It's not that the old system is just inefficient, it's that it is becoming completely irrelevant. The world is going to be owned by those who understand this new programmable reality. So what are the moves you need to make? There are 3 essential ones. First, you have to stop thinking of yourself as a passive holder of money and start acting like a commander of your own liquidity. Second, you have to learn to understand and trust the algorithmic systems that are going to run this new world. And third, and this is maybe the most important, start building and securing your decentralized identity today. It's going to be your most valuable asset. This future isn't something that's waiting for us way down the road. Its foundations are being laid right now, as we speak. And in this new world, you're really either going to be one of the architects helping to design the system, or you're just going to be raw data, the fuel that powers the algorithms. So the question is, which one will you be? The architect or the algorithm's fuel? It's a binary choice, and the consequences are enormous. Architect or fuel? The choice is yours.